Hello everyone. In this video, let's discuss a couple of scenarios where we need to check the device's network strength, and this is very important for in interviews as well, where you may get questions like so for example, a download of data, and if we need to do that based on a network strength. So how can we do that? And data download should happen only when the device is connected to a Wi-Fi. Why? Because of course the mobile network is very costly, so we can't download heavy images or files when the device is connected to a mobile network. We need to download only when it is connected to the Wi-Fi. And when the network is not available, convey it to the user by displaying an alert or a screen. Like when the network is not available, if user is trying to do an operation which needs a network call, like downloading of an image or a service call, then we need to display an alert to the customer saying there is no internet connection, please make sure you have the internet connection, or displaying the screen saying no network available, something like that. So these are the scenarios. So in these scenarios, in all these scenarios, what we need to do is we need to check whether the device is connected to the mobile network or not. It's the very basic for mobile developers, and few operations we cannot do it when mobile is not connected to Wi-Fi. Why? Because mobile network is very costly. So I have made the code ready. So in all these scenarios, what we need to have is reachability framework. So we have that pod available right now. So ReachabilitySwift is available, so I have downloaded I have installed the pods also. So ReachabilitySwift is having everything for us, like whether the device is not reachable or connected to Wi-Fi or connected to LAN connection, or whether it is reachable or not, whether it is on cellular network, Wi-Fi, whether it is available or not. Everything is there, and we have and it has provided us some observers also. So I have written the code here already. So the first approach is the first thing is we need to import the reachability framework, which is there as a CocoaPod, and we need to instantiate it like a reachability, and we can start the reachability. That means we can start the notifier. This is the first approach, or using the notification center also we can observe for the reachability changes. That means when the internet connection goes off, comes up. So in the first approach, when you start the notifier, we are having when reachable and when unreachable blocks. Here we can write if it is reachable, we can check whether it is on Wi-Fi, or if it is not on Wi-Fi. Based on that, we can take the call whether to download something or pause it. And when it is not reachable also, we can display it to the user saying the network connection is not available. So this is the first approach. For the first approach, we have blocks over there. So if you can go and say when reachable is the network reachable, this is a kind of closure, okay, where it gives the reachability object to you, so you can check what is the network status of it, or the connection, you can check it. Okay, so this is the first approach. So let me quickly run it and show my laptop is connected to the Wi-Fi. So that's the reason it is saying like connected and on Wi-Fi. So it is displaying correctly this one, it is on Wi-Fi. Actually we are supposed to be running it on a device, but unfortunately I don't have device ready and connected, and even the provisioning profile. So I'm going to take that very soon. So that time we'll make a video on how the reachability framework behaves in a real device. So we are not supposed to be testing it on the simulator, but just to show you that whether the blocks are running or not, I'm displaying it on the simulator. To be frank, this reachability framework behaves differently on the simulator, so don't come to a conclusion based on your observations in the simulator. So it displayed as it is on. So for example, I'm going to disconnect my Wi-Fi now. Immediately it will not show, but again let me turn it on. It shows like earlier the network is not available, no network, but now it is available, which is like not the expected behavior, but that's how reachability behaves on the simulator. So we need to test it on the real device. So the first approach is starting the notifier. This method is there in the reachability class, where when you start the notifier, it execute these blocks. So whenever connection is available, when reachable block is called, in this block you do whatever you want to do when the network connection is available. If network connection is not available, it calls when unreachable block, and we can do whatever we want in the when unreachable block. Okay, this is the first approach. Now let me comment this approach. We have the second approach is notification. This wherever passing the local notifications. Here reachability changed is the method we call it, and the name is reachability changed. Okay, this reachability changed notification name is provided with the reachability framework. As a notification also we can get it, and it provides the object as reachability where you parse it and the same. So here the connection, reachability connection you check, here also reachability connection you check. If it is not available, we display it as no connection available. If it is on Wi-Fi, we display it as reachable via Wi-Fi. So reachability object connection gives us everything related to the connection status of a mobile, whether it is available, unavailable, whether it is on cellular or whether it is on Wi-Fi. Okay, so when you are using the reachability framework, you can also check whether we are running it on device or not, and whether if the notifier is running or not, we can see notification queue. The reachability change notifications, we can add it to a queue, or we can receive the changes in a background thread or something, that also we can do. So if you can pretty much go through this, you will get an understanding. For example, every time across the application, instead of you start notifying the you starting the notifier, so you can check like whether the start notifier is actually running or not. That means whether notifier is running or not. If it is already running, I think you don't need to run it again. So that is the reason that is there. And this like this also we can observe for notification. If like this, you need to check, and you need to check whether it is available or not, and if it is available, whether it is on Wi-Fi or on a cellular network. So as we discussed, we are running it on simulator again. I am connected to the Wi-Fi. So when on simulator, don't expect a unexpected behavior, don't expect it. So let me disconnect my Wi-Fi. Now again let me turn on my Wi-Fi. Okay, let me run it again. Let me disconnect my Wi-Fi. Let me connect my Wi-Fi again. So let me run it again. So no connection. So actually what is happening is, I think this start notifier is every time it should be there. Why? Because when we start the notifier, then only I think if you this is one way where you can write the blocks, or you can add the observer. This is the second way, but this is always should be there. I think that is where I misunderstood it. So you need to start the notifier, and the notification changes. That means the network connect and disconnect changes, we can observe it through the blocks, or we can observe it through notification. Okay, blocks or notification. So this is needed. Now as blocks we have already seen it. Now let's see the notification. Notification means it should come to this method. As it is disconnected, so it is saying no connection. Okay, so let me connect my Wi-Fi. There is no change. Now if I disconnect, it will show like reachable via Wi-Fi, which is my earlier status. So as it is simulator, it's fine. We can't expect the real behavior. We can only it on the device. So which is fine. So now we know that this method is getting called when there is something, when the network status is getting changed. So pretty much that is it. You need to have this pod ReachabilitySwift. That is first thing. You need to import the reachability wherever you want. You need to create an instance of reachability. Then you need to start observing. You can start the notifier. So across the application, only at one place, I think it is very well needed at only one place, not everywhere, the start notifier. So that is the reason we have so actually, to be frank, what we can also do is got reachability dot is, just a second, what is that? Start notifier, it's having, is it private? Start notifier is, okay, file private set, notifier running, right? So dot, I can't set it, but okay, it is file private, and not, I can't check like this maybe. Okay, start notifier. Okay, if it is already starting the notification, I think it will not, this method will not execute again. So we can observe these changes using the blocks which we are used to now, all the inline function, or we can go for the traditional objective-C kind of approach where you can add the observer and observe for the reachability changes. Where it comes to this, you will get the reachability as an object in this, and you can do it. So pretty much this is how we can do it, and we can answer in the interview, saying like, for example, if you get a question like when the network is data download should happen only when the device is connected to a Wi-Fi, that means that is what there is an option in WhatsApp also, correct? So download of the data only when Wi-Fi connection is available. If I set it, if I am outside, it will not download the images. Why? Because my cell network will get exhausted. So when I come home, if I am connected to the Wi-Fi, or if I go to a place where Wi-Fi connection is available and I am able to connect to the Wi-Fi, then the downloading starts. So that setting I can set in my app, and the download of data based on the network strength. For example, you are downloading a huge amounts of data collection from the server, so you want to set it like based on the network strength, you want to start the downloading. Then this is how we can check the device's internet connection. So only thing that I'm really sorry about it, this is not the first approach or something. The blocks is how we observe is having two ways. So anyways, you need to start the notifier. This is mandatory, and you can provide the blocks, and you can come here also, like so don't implement both. Why? Because it will become the redundant code. So we either need the block structure or the notification structure. I hope this video is useful. Thank you.